What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, undisputed, lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney. 28 wins, no losses, no draw. 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. He calls out undefeated 3-division world champion, who was simultaneously the WBA, World Boxing Association super featherweight world champion, the WBA regular 130 and 135, 140 pound champion, simultaneously superstar boxer Gervonta Davis. 27 wins, no losses, no draw. 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, we know that they have a history. They've been going back and forth via social media. They have a history, and recently it's starting to bubble up, right? It's starting to get bigger, and so because of that, Gervonta Davis, he recently stated that he gets paid 5 times the amount of money that Devin Haney gets paid for his fight. So he said that Tank Davis stated that you have all the belts, you're the undisputed champion. The belts can't do nothing for me, but what should I do? Send my kids to school with them, right? And then he stated that, I get paid 5 times the amount of you, and you have all the belts. Why is that, right? And now, don't get me wrong, Gervonta Davis is a major, massive draw, right? He, reportedly did 300,000 plus pay-per-view buys in his last fight with fellow stablemate, lightweight title contender star boxer Rolando Rolly Romero, May 28th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, where he brutally knocked out Rolly Romero in the 6th round of the fight. And it did a live gate of $5 million, the highest live gate of any boxer, any boxing event at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, right? Now, obviously, the Barclays Center is, pretty new to the sport of boxing, but it's been hosting more boxing events than the world's most famous arena in Madison Square Garden in New York, down in Manhattan. Okay, so the Barclays Center is home to boxing right now. Top ranked legendary CEO Bob Arum, ESPN, they host fights at the Barclays Center. They'll have a fight coming up December 10th when former unified lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez will be back in action, and also Olympic 2-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko return to action October 29th. So it looked like October 29th, and it looks like December 10th, Madison Square Garden will be hosting fights. But those are, 2 guys that normally fight at Madison Square Garden. So the Barclays Center is a big deal. So for Gervonta Davis to do a $5 million gate, the biggest gate out of any boxing event, where you have exciting Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, having brutal, electrifying knockout victories at the Barclays Center. There's been some major players there. 2-division world champion Puerto Rican superstar boxer Danny Swift Garcia fought there. So no doubt Gervonta Davis is a massive draw, at the Barclays Center. But with that said, Devin Haney, when Gervonta Davis recently stated that, he gets 5 times the amount, well, Devin Haney exposed that, no, you don't get 5 times the amount. At the very least, we get the same, and I actually get more. And then he asks Tank Davis to show and prove, do something and buy something that I can't do, since you're making massive more money than me. If you're making 5 times the amount of me, if you're making $25 million a fight, so Devin Haney making $5 million a fight, right? And Tank Davis, now this last fight was reported that Devin Haney made about $3 million in his last fight, right? And obviously he had to pay sanctioning fees. 12% of his $3 million purse is like $360,000 in purses. But then you have, according to his father, trainer, manager, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney, that they work out deals where the networks and the promotional companies, you know, fit the bill for these sanction fees, which is a good deal, right? Because in total it equaled up to 12% or something of that magnitude, and that's a massive, a lot of money to come out your purse. But with that said, Devin Haney says show and prove. If you're making 5 times the amount of money, that would mean you're making $25 million a fight. I hardly doubt that Gervonta Tank Davis is making $25 million a fight. Okay, that's just a little shy of what 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, undisputed super middleweight, and widely considered the face of the sport of boxing, Saul Canelo Alvarez, is making. He makes about $30 million a fight. Deontay Wilder, the heavyweights, as the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing, and Deontay Wilder makes about $25 to $30 million a fight. So does undefeated 2-time heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, who's the WBC reigning heavyweight champion, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, and 2-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, Anthony Joshua is making. You know, and we know that as the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing. When you're a heavyweight and you're a major draw, you're gonna make massive amount of money. So we know that the heavyweights is making enormous amounts of money. But Gervonta Tank Davis making $25 million a fight, I'm hard pressed to see that be the case. Now, I don't doubt that he's making a massive amount of money, but I'm hard pressed to see him making $25 million a fight. Okay, that would be, you know, what he's making. Okay, $25 million a fight. Now, I know some people is going to say, well, Devin Haney made $3 million his last fight. So if you want to base it off of that, 3 times that would be $12 million, right? So you're saying that Tank Davis makes $12 million. Well, I could see in a scenario in the case where he's making $12 million, right? But I don't see that to be the case. Yes, he makes $12 million with the reason he's going to make $12 million is because of the pay-per-views on the back end. So he's getting a guaranteed purse. When you look up his guaranteed purse, it said that he was making $2 million guaranteed purse, and then he gets the back end money of the pay-per-views, and he gets a portion of the live gates and the pay-per-views, right? So that garners him to get into that $10-12 million range, if that to be the case, right? But with that said, you know, it was reported that his fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz at the Staples Center, pay-per-view wise, it didn't do well. Now, live gate, it did well. LA, it was sold out. The Staples Center was sold out. Now known as the Crypto Arena, it was sold out. But you know, when it comes to these purses, like Devin Haney, he stated that, you know, Tank Davis is using this as an excuse not to agree to fight me, right? He's changing the narrative. He's trying to deflect. He said the perfect word is he's deflecting, and he said that he's needs to stop deflecting and just to go ahead and agree to fight me. You know, now obviously everybody uses Devin Haney's situation. Devin Haney, he had to agree to a multi-fight deal, which was a 3-fight deal with top-ranked ESPN and Bob Arum, to be able to secure the fight with himself and former unified lightweight world champion, Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr., who's 20 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, 29 years of age, 5'8" with a 5'9" with a 68-inch arm reach. He had to agree to that, and then you know, he had an immediate rematch clause, which George Kambosos just swore that he wasn't going to need a rematch clause and didn't want a rematch clause and just wanted to take Devin Haney belts, but nonetheless, he had a rematch clause. So with that said, you know, everybody looks at that fight and they say, well, you had to have an immediate rematch with Kambosos. You wasn't available anyway. You was under contract. We saw Showtime president of sports, Steven Espinosa. He recently stated that, you know, Devin Haney's under contract, but if he got back and forth with a spat with Devin Haney, excuse me, and he stated that, you know, Devin Haney wasn't available, but if he is available, Gervonta Tank Davis has an exclusive deal with Showtime and himself, in that he would look to make the fight, inquire about making the fight. Now, Bob Arum, he recently stated that he wants to and look forward to making a fight between Devin Haney and a guy he's been pursuing in Lomachenko. Now, Devin Haney's on record after, should Devin Haney be victorious in his rematch, with this rematch clause. So everybody used the rematch clause and said, well, he wasn't available anyway, right? He had a rematch clause and he's with Top Rank and he's with Bob Arum and ESPN, and he has to do what they say. Well, Tank Davis is aggressively pursuing undefeated lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia, who's 23 wins, no loss, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. And he has an even bigger hurdle than Devin Haney, because he's with the Zone, legendary promoter, legendary retired, iconic Hall of Fame retired boxer, Olympic gold medalist, 6th division champion, Mexican superstar boxer, Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya. He's with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy and the Zone. And Showtime and PBC, Premier Boxing Champion founder advisor Al Heyman, they couldn't get a deal done for Jaime Munguia to face off against Jamal Charlo because of that major hurdle in the Zone. The Zone wants to be included. They don't want to include the Zone in these major pay-per-views. So that's a major hurdle, and Ryan Garcia is under contract. So what's the difference? Devin Haney has a co-promotional deal with ESPN, Bob Arum, and Top Rank, which means that they can attempt to make a deal with Gervonta Tank Davis, and they could have found a way to pay George Kambosos, if he became an issue, step aside money if they truly wanted to make the fight. Now, I understand they look at it, why would we have to pay him step aside money? Why negotiate with them when Devin Haney only has a few fights left, and then we could just go all in and keep it all in-house? And I understand that. But let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But Devin Haney challenges him. He says he's not living a lifestyle I don't live. He's not buying anything I can't buy, and he's not doing anything I can't do. If that's the case, show and prove. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.